ask someone, what time is it? Maybe they responded, oh, it's 11:30. But have you ever asked, what is time? When we talk about time, we usually are referring to it as a form of temporal measurement, dating back to ancient Egypt around 1500 BC. We use time as a more convenient way of organizing events, be it in the past, present, or future. But when we look more deeper into the concept of time, we can find it to be completely mind-boggling. So, what is time? Well, any type of time can fit into one of the following three categories. Biological time, being the time that passes through nature and organisms, otherwise growing, aging, and dying. Psychological time, the current time that we are experiencing now, passing through us and changing every second. And universal time, which is the main focus of this talk today. The concept of time has always been very interesting to me, mainly because of the amount of controversial ideas that it holds, and how not even one answer can be proven to be the absolute truth. It's been the question that people like William Shakespeare have dedicated a portion of their lives to figure out, because of its seemingly godly or tyrannous powers. Which is why I wanted to try and make sense of a few seemingly unanswerable questions that can help us understand universal time better. So what is universal time? Universal time is a concept that prevents more than one event happening in the same place at once. It is a progression of events that seemingly is intangible and irreversible. There are many contradicting views about exactly what time is, but as of now, we as humanity can never really know the true answer. But we can still try to create an idea that can shape our minds, answering eye-opening questions with the concept of time. However, people have very different views about the concept of time. One popular theory being is time the fourth dimension. It's quite confusing and difficult to imagine that time is a dimension along with three other spatial dimensions, all on different axes. But whether this is the full truth or just a theory, imagining that it is true can answer more questions. Let's put it this way. Say we have a color-changing cube. In 1 second, it changes from red to blue, and in the next second, it changes from blue to yellow. Simple, right? Now imagine all these different colored cubes in a line. They are still the same cubes we saw before, but each from a different time period. Now we have some sort of line, a timeline more or less, and since this line can be composed of three-dimensional objects perceived as zero-dimensional points, we can imagine time as the fourth dimension. Now this may still not be the case, but it can answer some of the following questions. When did time first start? When will time come to an end? And how could it be possible to travel through time? So does time have a beginning and end? By looking at the previous example, we can conclude that time has no definite beginning nor end, similar to how a number line has no start or end point, as it simply follows an axis. But what if we were to bend this line? Bend it enough so that we can jump from one point to another in an instant. Would this be possible? Then again, this can only be plausible if time really is the fourth dimension, which many people disagree with, including Immanuel Kant and Gottfried Leibniz, who both believe that time cannot be measured or traveled, because it is neither an event nor thing. So with all of these different viewpoints of what time could be, how can we be so sure which one is true? Well, the truth is we can't, at least not yet. But new discoveries are constantly being made, and eventually we might be able to find out what the exact meaning of time is. But maybe we won't. Only time can tell. Da-da-da.